Yeah, we worked on some things yesterday in training, and it was really pleasing for the first half an hour of the game that we implemented it really well. So that was nice. Obviously, second half was a team of trialists, so kind of the score doesn't really reflect the game, I suppose. But no, I was very pleased with the first half. I think the lads worked well. We worked on a few patterns in play, because I think looking at the Newport game, I think we didn't create enough. I don't think we were good enough on the ball in certain areas, and I think the first, especially half an hour, I think we were definitely that, so I was pleased with that.
You looked very much in control in the first 20, 25 minutes, and I think obviously it was interesting without John Lewis up front, but Dimitri seemed to take on that mantle, and of course the trialist comes up with the goal.
Yeah, we've been working, the thing, we've got Lenny of course, but Demi's a strong boy, he can hold the ball up well, and he can run in behind, and obviously Jace is a poacher, so yeah, we won't say second name. but no, he worked well. I was pleased with Demi today. He worked for the team. I think he made selfish runs as well, which was good. We still need to get a few more bodies off him. I think that was fair to say, but no, we're getting there.
How close are some of the players to getting the nod from you and Steve?
What, the trialists?
Yeah, how many are close to it, or they still got more to come, more to prove?
Yeah, I mean, look, we all know the restrictions, the club, and we've got to look at the budget, and we've got to look at kind of balancing that. So we've got a small squad at the moment. We're probably going to have a small squad going into the season. So, we've just got to look at that and weigh up what's best for the squad as a whole. There's a couple of lads that we're impressed with that, obviously we've got to go back to the board now and speak to them, and if they're happy with it, then obviously we look to do something.
Because ultimately it's your final call. You need to back yourself at some point to say, well, these are the players that I need.
I always back myself, don't worry about that. No, look, we've got a budget, but looking at the budget and the money we've got to be sure 100% of the players we bring in, because the budget is tight. So there's a couple that I've really impressed, and we will look to do something with that. But we're a club, and we want to do things together, and everyone wants to be happy with it. So we've got to make sure that's the case.
It looked a young second half team. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's absolutely right, but there's still one or two, especially down the left hand side. I thought they impressed really on the attack.
Exactly. No, yeah, definitely. There's obviously one lad that's Jinky. He works hard with the ball. He probably got to release the ball a bit quicker. But no, he's exciting. And there's a couple, like I said, that are very promising. And as long as they want to stay in with us, they've got a realistic chance of being here. So it's obviously down to them.
You mentioned on Saturday that it was the midfield area that you seem to be targeting. Yeah. Do the most work on in terms of getting players in to fulfil those roles. Is that still number one priority?
Well, 100%. If you look at, we've got a back three at the moment, I suppose. We've got obviously our strikers fairly sorted. So you look at our midfield area and we haven't really got anyone. So obviously we've got Jan, but apart from that we've got no one. So that's priority. The way we're going to look to play, we're going to look to play football. It's got to be the key area. So we've got to make sure we get that right. So there's a lot of players available. There's more players that will be available. So we've got from now until October the 3rd before the season starts. So we're going to look at a lot of players and make a decision when.
How much do you feel there'll be a filtering process coming through now with players that haven't got contracts, maybe in the Football League?
Yeah, I think speaking to players, a lot of players wanted to wait to see whether or not they'd get in the Football League while the Carabao Cup starts on Saturday. So a lot of the Football League clubs are going back. So I think what will happen is we'll probably see in the next couple of weeks that lads will start re-evaluating where they're at and think, well, actually, now we need to start dropping down.
A couple of players injured, no Dan Jones tonight, and Yang who basically went off. Are any of those something that fans should be worried about, or is it just precaution?
No, look, the simple thing is, you look at the Premier League when they come back, they have injuries when they come back because of the delay off. And the reality is we're training hard. Obviously, we've got games. The lads have had 5 months off. Normally, you have 8 weeks off and you're back in training. So realistically, lads are going to pull up with injuries and muscle injuries, and they're going to be tight. And we've got to make sure we protect them and make sure they're right. So there's a couple of lads that weren't here tonight, and we just protect them to make sure they'll be ready for the start of the season.
Thanks very much for your time.
No problem.
New trialist and like that, there's a small out of midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did he impress you when he came on?
Yeah, no, they're very good. It's just, we've got to look at the league, and I think last season we were not the biggest. So obviously we've got to look at that and weigh that up, I suppose. So, but no, we're looking at all our options. You know, we've had loads of trialists in over the last couple of weeks, and you know, we'll have some more, and then we'll evaluate what's best for us, and then then we'll look to move forward on that.
Are any of the trialists coming to training?
Yes. So there's a large portion of the trialists are in training. I think we've got about 8. I'd say about 8 or 9 in a training, and then a couple of lads today. That's probably their first day, so they've come over and played, and credit to them, because obviously not training and coming in playing is daunting anyway. So to not understand how we play and then come and play a game is difficult, and I suppose you can see that sometimes, especially in the second half with the play. They don't really see how we're going to be. So, but you know, we've got no problem with that. You know, at the end of the day, the fact that they've come down and are willing to play is a positive thing.
Tuesday night now. When do you go training again?
Thursday. Yeah.
In the morning.
Yes. Thursday morning. Yeah. We're back in training Thursday morning. We'll probably have a bit more of a recovery session. The lads have got recovery sessions, so they'll do a recovery session tomorrow. And then they'll win Thursday, and then we'll probably lessen the load a little bit with the games coming up. So probably do a bit more of a restorative session rather than a kind of high intensity one.